Today is Monday, November 11th, 2024, and this is the start of an interview with Naima Atalla at Georgia Highlands College. My name is Destiny Bell, and I'll be the interviewer. Today's recording is part of the GHC Through Oral History Project, and our theme is Our Stories and Experiences. Welcome. Do I have permission to record you today?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's begin. So what was your first impression of Georgia Highlands?
I would have to say very community-based, very welcoming, kind environment, a lot of opportunity, very structured.
Yeah.
So
Good. What unique traditions or events at Georgia Highlands do you enjoy or have you enjoyed taking part in?
So recently, I was a part of the first annual homecoming. So I was on the court for that for GHC overall. Okay. So I would say that was probably number one. This past weekend, I also participated in our first women flag football team. We went to a tournament, so being able to be a part of those things has definitely been memorable. And then also the student ambassador program is it's fairly new, so I've been a part of that kind of since the start. But yeah, those are
awesome. Sound like you're very involved.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yes, I love it.
Do you feel like you have contributed to Georgia Highlands? Like, how have you contributed to Georgia Highlands in your current role?
By showing up to events and assisting, the new students that are enrolling, being a part of the preview days and the orientations, making, friends that I feel like I've made a difference in their life and they made a difference in mine.
Yeah.
Just being present.
Yeah. Good. And what inspired you to start your time at Georgia Highlands, and why have you decided to stay?
So what inspired me was that I was working in the mobile industry for 11 years and kind of just woke up one day and I was like, okay, I can't do anything unless I have an education. So I started to do my research and came across Georgia Highlands, and I was like, this might be a good option, and just went for it. And I decided to stay because of the people, of course, the opportunity, the degrees that are offered, the accessibility of being able to take the courses online, and just having a good community to be around.
Yeah. So you didn't hear about Georgia Highlands word of mouth. It was like through billboards and things like that?
I actually found it online.
Okay.
I probably did hear about it, but I was one of those kids that was like, I'll never go to college.
Yeah.
Like, I'm never going to do this. And then just finally decided, like, I can't do anything without an education, so I have to just do it. So I jumped in and went full throttle, and I graduated in May, and it's been a long time coming.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
So who was your biggest influence growing up, and do you have anyone like that at GHC or a mentor? And can you tell me a little bit about that?
So my biggest influence is definitely my mom, and of course my kids. I have two boys, so
nice.
Everything I do is for them. But my mom was a single mom. She worked 2 jobs, and I just saw her struggle all my life and knew that I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to live paycheck to paycheck for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do something different. So she was definitely my biggest inspiration in my personal. And then here at Georgia Highlands, I would say Elizabeth Doze. Okay. She was my first psychology professor. And the first day I came to school and came to college, I was like, really didn't want to do it, but I sat down in her class and she gave me a whole new perspective on everything.
Wow. And
she's one of the biggest reasons why I actually stayed. Like, if I didn't have her class that first day, I probably wouldn't have continued on.
Wow.
And then I've met a lot of people in the student engagement, Clifton, Puckett, Madison, Senioray. A lot of my friends, like, throughout student ambassadors. I've got Madeline Choate, Cheyenne Bailey, Charlotte Bain.
Yeah.
Like, I've just made so many good friends just being interactive in the clubs and things like that. And then, of course, Mike Hobbs, the president. I really was inspired by his story. Like, he came basically from the bottom, and now he's president of a college. So he's really inspirational to me as well.
Yeah. Awesome. Yep. So can you share an experience when you felt especially proud to be a student here at GHC?
When I graduated with my associate's degree, and I walked across that stage in my cap and gown and got that degree, and
there's no feeling like it. Huh?
Yeah,
like
just knew that I met that first milestone and never thought I would. So
that's awesome. So if you could give a new student one piece of advice to make the most of their time here, what would it be?
Get involved, get in student engagement, get in clubs, keep going. Like, don't let life stop you from pursuing your education, because life's never going to stop.
Right.
Don't give up, and just stay focused on your end goal and like why you started.
Yeah, that's so good. How has your involvement on campus shaped your experience here?
Man. Just the relationships that I've built, being able to network with many different people. It's opened so many doors, and I've made some great relationships in the meantime.
Yeah.
And I don't really have like a huge family outside of school, so I've kind of like made my own little family here.
That's so nice. Yeah.
So I've really appreciated that and being able to build that here.
Yeah. Do you feel like you have evolved as a person ever since you started here? Like you're a different
I do.
Like you've grown?
I do. Yes. Yeah. I feel like I've grown so much
awesome.
on the education side, and then also the networking side.
Yeah.
And then I never would have thought I would have been on homecoming. Like,
really?
No, because when I was in high school, like I didn't do anything but chorus. I never played any sports. I never did any. So I never thought I was going to play flag football.
Yeah, you really stepped out.
Yeah, and just...
How did you get involved in flag football? Did someone drag you in?
No, actually, Clifton Puckett, he kind of mentioned it like here and there as we were meeting in SGA, and I just kept staying on him. I was like, Clifton, when is flag football going to start?
Okay.
And then eventually, like, he was like, it's coming, like, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
So he was like, we got to have enough girls that'll participate. And
right.
I actually recruited Cheyenne.
Oh,
because I was like, Cheyenne, do flag football with me.
She said someone pulled her in. So
yes,
okay.
It was you and someone. So yeah, I never thought I would do that. I'm a first generation college student.
Wow.
My mom, she didn't even actually graduate from high school.
Yeah.
And then my dad, he came from overseas. So
yeah. Wow.
Yeah, just first generation, everything pretty much.
Wow, that is
just
awesome.
trying to make a way for my kids.
Yeah, and you are definitely doing that.
I'm trying.
That's awesome. So
Thank you.
What has been the most rewarding aspect of your college experience so far? I know it's a lot. Like, because you've done so much. You've accomplished. You've helped so many people.
Being able to have that impact on other students that I have met. That, maybe if I didn't meet them, they'd be somewhere else. Same goes for me. Like, if I didn't meet the people that I've met throughout my college career, I don't know where I would be today. And just staying focused on what I want to accomplish. So.
Yeah. So what resources or support systems like tutoring, counseling, the library, writing center here at GHC have you found most helpful?
So the tutoring center, Austin, she is amazing. She got me through Accounting 1, and I'm actually a little upset that they're taking away the in-person tutors and using tutor.com.
Oh,
but
that is a little sad.
I'm at the end, so it's kind of like,
yeah.
So I have used, the tutorial center. The library is phenomenal. They're always, Brittany Osmore is like super near and dear to my heart as well.
Yeah.
I would also put her like in the mentor side.
Yeah.
Because she actually introduced me to all the student engagement stuff. And
really?
Yeah, I was like, hey, go talk to so-and-so, go do this. Like, you will be great for this.
Yeah.
So definitely did a lot of time in the library, like when I was here on campus.
You ever worked in the library?
I haven't.
Okay. Yeah.
No. And then resources, like as far as student engagement, like I got involved in the clubs, the president of the Women of GHC. So just,
yeah, all of that. Gotcha. How has networking with peers and faculty here at GHC influenced your academic opportunities and career opportunities?
I would have to say just, letting people know like what my journey is about and what I'm trying to accomplish, and them kind of stepping in and saying, oh, well, I know so-and-so and I can connect you with so-and-so, and then going to like the business mixers and things that are hosted here on campus. I've met some pretty cool people. I was also in Rotaract. I'm still in Rotaract. And that's actually a really good opportunity to meet with like official business side. Because we've had several meetings where like business owners come in and they kind of give us advice on, where their journey started and how they got to where they are, and encouraging us. So,
how did you get introduced to Rotaract?
Madeline Choate. She actually started the chapter here at Georgia Highlands. And she, we were good friends at the time because we did a lot of student engagement stuff. And I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, awesome.
So, yep.
And how long has that club or thing been around?
That one was started fall of last year. Maybe
so it's relatively new.
It may have been spring. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but it's relatively new.
Yes, it is fairly new.
Okay, good. Nice. So, what interests or hobbies make you a good fit for the BIMM program? I didn't want to mess up how to say it.
It's just BIMM.
BIMM, gotcha.
Yeah. I feel like the decorating side, just my creativity, my attention to detail, and my interest in materials and patterns and different textures and things like that.
So you like to design your home fall and all that stuff right now? Nice.
Yeah, we have a whole section of the garage just decor stuff for the holidays. And I actually get that from my mom because she will decorate for St. Patrick's Day, and I'm like, wow. Okay, Mom.
My mom's the same way.
She's got her little tree that she'll do like St. Patrick's and Valentine's, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, my mom's the type to leave the Christmas tree up all the way to Valentine's Day and then decorate it for Valentine's Day. Yeah, it's nice. So what advice would you have for a new student interested in this major?
Be ready to study. Be ready to take time to learn the softwares. If you can, try to do some research on like the specific software that you're going to go into, because this program is so broad that they teach you a little bit about everything. So you get access to AutoCAD, there's Tekla, there's Revit, SketchUp. So just depending on what field that student wants to go into, I definitely recommend just doing like their personal research on, whatever software that career field is requiring.
Right.
Because I actually missed out on an internship opportunity because I wasn't proficient in SketchUp. But I'm like, this is an internship. Like, I'm supposed to be learning.
Right.
But I only was introduced to that software, so I wasn't proficient, and they needed someone that was.
Gotcha.
So if the student can go and be proactive about learning whatever particular software aligns with their career path, I would definitely say do that for sure.
That's good. That's great advice. And what was it like being a student ambassador?
Oh, I love it. I like to see the parents, coming with the high school students, or even, the non-traditional students. Like I've seen 67-year-old men come in here sometimes. Even the women are older. And just, I love how diverse Georgia Highlands is, and that they accept all kinds of students. It doesn't matter what your age is. Like, you can get started anytime.
Wow.
So I liked being able to meet and connect with those people on the beginning of their journey and encourage them to, shoot for what they came for.
It reminds you of yourself when you were getting started.
Yes. And that's why I think I'm the biggest advocate for that, because I was always the kid that was like, I'm not going to go to college. Like, it's not for me. I don't want to do high school all over again.
And now you're full throttle in it. Like, that's awesome. It's encouraging for me too, because this is my first year.
Well, yes, keep going. Don't give up. And it's tough, especially like I have 2 kids too. And I was working full time, and like my entire college career, I've worked full time and had my kids. So it's been tough, but it's possible.
That's awesome. What aspects of the campus life or student activities do you enjoy the most, and why?
Women of GHC.
Okay.
Just because I've been able to build those connections with those ladies and made some really good friends. The Psychology Club, because they do a lot of great events and get to spend some time with Professor Doze. What else? Rotaract, of course, just having that opportunity to network. And then Student Ambassador, just going to all the events and being able to help and actually having knowledge of like the campus and being able to tell the students like, okay, you need to do this in this particular situation and you go here to talk to this person about this situation and things like that. So
okay, would you say a person have to be extroverted to get involved like you were involved, or?
Not necessarily, because I'm not going to say I'm an introvert, but I wasn't an extrovert for sure when I came out of school.
Okay.
But no, you don't have to be, because there's clubs that don't require for you to, really be out there.
Yeah.
You can get involved in things that are, just in a small section of people that are interested in what you like to do. And you don't have to, like, really put yourself out there to be involved.
Right. Well, that's good to know. Okay. Well, this concludes our interview today.
Okay.
Naima, thank you for taking the time to share your experiences at GHC with me.
Absolutely. Thank you.